but I don't know if you can hear me. I am struggling with my audio, and so normally my audio is audible. So audio output, okay. So normally you can hear me. Feel free to tell me if you are listening to me. Normally it works. So anyway, it worked. Whoops, that's strange. But I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, it's okay. Now you can hear me. So apologize if you were not able to hear me until now. We are on the minute 10, and anyway, I don't know if I will do the 48 minutes for the 2 days. So I'm going to go jump in the action. This is my life. This is the direct. This is imperfect, and it's okay. So RISE, RISE, stands for Refrench Your Brain, illuminating people, story, and events. So the word of the day of the 5th June is poudre, POUDRE, and I don't know. I will check if I can quickly go to share my screen to show you this word in French, because it could mean many things. So with that, I'm just sharing my screen there to this. And this word, hopefully that you can see now the screen, yes. Poudre could be dust. So in English, if you see the pronunciation, feel free also to check, to be curious and to check in Wiktionary.org, and you can add EN for English or FR for French or IT for Italian, for instance, for any language, to check new words. So poudre in English could be powder, could be also cosmetic powder or dust, in fact, because here in the first meaning that I see, it is dust, but it is an old definition. Then it's a solid substance that is crushed, that is reduced in dust, in fact, in smaller piece, really microscopic piece. And then it could be also a pulverized product that we use in perfumes or in medicine. Like it could be within the caps of your pills, of your medication. There are powders also. Could be liquid, but it could be most of the time powder. And it could be also sand, but it's not so much used in my way. So anything, in fact, the main thing is that there are many microscopic particles. And so, but most of the time we are using also for weapons, explosive. Like I think the guns are containing powder, because when they explode, the powder are used for explosion. And so, like, il a mis le feu aux poudres. That means that he really, it's an expression, by the way, in French, and it means he really makes something explosive, either concretely or either metaphorically. So, poudre Could be many things, in fact. But it's like dust, but most of the time like powder. And then there are expressions that I will unfold in the page ChLogOlate. So right now, as I'm having the quick way, I would like to thank the replay team for watching this ChLogOlate. And tomorrow, I will hold it um, for the last time in this setting, like 2 sessions per day. Saturday will be for the 7th and the 8th of June, so that I am complete with the wrap up. So that was for poudre, but also poudre could be also for cosmetics and for cleaning clothes, like poudre à lessiver, because you can have multiple expression about poudre. Poudre à lessiver means the powder that is used to clean your clothes, or and that's it for the word poudre. So now I'm going to unshare my screen and to illuminate someone. I would like to illuminate this day for the 5th of June, because it's the ChLogOlate of 5th June. I would like to illuminate Crystal, because I was knowing her last year during a summit, the summit of CJ, and also we were part of the anthology Beyond Boundaries. And I am not part of the boundaries, the anthology Beyond Boxes that are just releasing right now, but I am part of the anthology Beyond Boundaries, as Crystal also is part of the anthology. You see her right below, as we are 27 co-authors in total. So I'm really grateful to know Crystal, even though knowing is a big word. I don't think I know really Crystal, you know. Yet at the same time, I'm week after week, month after month, I know more her, and I appreciate her. What I like about her is that she is now unapologetic. She is really caring about animals. I was also seeing her with her hedgehogs, I think. And one thing that I like and that I will take example in my own way, of course, is that she is most of the time humming. Mm. I'm not doing it as her, but she is humming, and I don't. I don't know how it is coming from, but I realized that it is a regulation tool about the nervous system. So, Crystal, thank you so much for being there, being alive as the phoenix rise, and to advocate for survivors of domestic violence. I don't know if there are other words about that, because I've just heard another word. And for me, it's really important about the fact that having clear communication, clear boundaries, and being also in the safe space to be able to express our boundaries. That's the key. So, Crystal, thank you so much for being there. And we are on the 18 minutes, so I'm going to, even if I'm late, I'm going to wrap up already. This is now the time of about the story. And what I like to tell about the story is that it is also a vulnerable share. In 2008, I was earlier than that year, I was in holidays in various settings like my dad, school. But 2008 was the first time that I was on holidays solo, and I was visiting Italy and many other cities and countries for until now, in fact. And but there are changes like 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was traveling solo, and my only desire at that time was, ooh, this city, this museum, this event, this monument, going to catch all. I was at Rome in 2008. I was capturing the Colosseum, making 700 photos, and in total, I was making 2,600 photos. And then the year later on, Madrid, I was capturing 4,000 photos, catching as much monuments that I would like to catch. But then in 2013, I was meeting the one that is now my ex-partner because she left me 30 months later. But at that time, I was envisioning another way of travel. And of course, I was with her when I was in Bologna in Italy and visiting multiple cities. And then I realized that I am not the only one to decide. So I had also to listen to her. And by instance, before that, I went in Bologna two to three times. And by instance, I was on my own and I was thinking, oh, there is the San Luca. There is this path that is like 3 to 4 kilometers long, corridors with stairs, probably 500 or 600 meters of height. And I was, oh, let's go, quick, the quickest as possible. But when I went to there with her, I had to make a decision. Either I stay with her and I adapt my rhythm. I walk as the same rhythm as her because she was slow in walking, or either I'm doing fast as before, but alone. So for me, it was a tough decision, but even if she's not in my life since end 2015, she changed me. She changed me because it was after and the before to meeting this person, the love of my life. And so now when I'm visiting countries and cities, I'm not anymore attracted with monuments anyway, because anyway, of course they are beautiful, but they were there decades before me. They will be there probably decades after me. What matters for me now is human connections. That's why when I went last year in Sitges, I was happy to meet Erin. And this year at Sitges, also Erin and Lou and their friends and Maria also and Kevin. And then when I went to Lucca in Bologna, I was happy to meet my dear old friends, Mirko, Giusy, no, not Giusy, not this time, but Mirko and Marta, and others. But that's it for the story. And now for the event. So as I told in the beginning, but probably you weren't able to hear me, but I will do it again. This Saturday, so tomorrow at 11 a.m., I will host a Saturday mental health session about art. So if you are an artist, feel free to DM me. You are able to go on stage with Damien, my main guest. We will talk about his art and how art could help to improve mental health. So that's it for me about the first 24 minutes. And I'm going to be more quicker for the day two of this video session, which is the 6th of June. So bear with me. I'm going to make a pause, and it will come the session two, day two. Welcome to the day 2, the 6th of June. This is a wrap-up about ChLogOlate, and I'm going quickly to fade the sound and to remove this delicious chocolate. And I love to play with words, so this is ChLogOlate. As always, there is a framework, RISE. R stands for ReFrench your brain, French words. I for illuminating people, S for story, and E for events. But first, I will change upside down. I will begin with the event. So the Saturday event tomorrow, 11 a.m., mental health. I will spotlight Damien Philippe, and we will talk about his art, and also the way that art could elevate our hearts, because we could be all artists and improve mental health through art. This will be Saturday, 11 a.m. EST. So that's for the E of the event. So no R for the French. The word of the day for the French is, and there is a commonality about the 3 other words, and that's really nice. The 3 other words, the day 2, the day 4, and so the day 6. The word of the day. Drum roll. I'm sharing my screen. Bear with me. So that's it. My screen is shared, and I am audible. And so it's haute. And so as rêver, the verb, as am, haute, you pronounce the O longer. And there is a reason. Somehow, not all the words are like this, but there are some words that are using the same trend, and there is haute et chateau also. And chateau, it's because the circumflex accent, we're replacing the S of the ancient French, because if you see in Latin, hospitem, hospes, and so it could be like the one that is greeting the traveler. And so why it's haute with a circumflex accent is because it's the S is replaced by the accent, like hospitalité. Like it's the same with hôpital, hospital. So not all the words are like that, but mainly there are words because they are a replacement of S. So you don't pronounce it hot, you pronounce haute. Like there is also the homonym, the word that is sounding the same but written differently. H-A-U-T-E, haute. And haute, you don't know. So you have to see written if I'm going to talk to you about something that is high, haute, or something that is haute. And as always, you see in French, you don't pronounce the H. You don't say haute, you say haute. Contrary in English, where you say helicopter. In French, you say hélicoptère. That's why it's not easy for the English-speaking people to know if there is an H or not before. So that's it for the word, and I will unfold that in the paid version of the ChLogOlate. because there will be a paid version, pay as you can, for diving more in the words that I present to you. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and illuminating someone. So last day, so a couple of minutes before, I was illuminating Crystal that I will show right now because I was not showing her profile beforehand. So here is Crystal, you can connect with her on LinkedIn, English, where you say, and then the one that I would like to illuminate in French, you say helicopter. For this
That's
day,
why
the
it's
6th
not
of June,
easy
is
for
Gennike.
English-speaking people to know if there is an age or
Gennike
not before.
Is an amazing person,
so
an
that's
amazing
it
human,
for
amazing soul, the word, and I will unfold that.
I think I
in
know
the paid
her
version
even
of
less than
ChLogOlate,
Crystal.
because there will
Knowing
be a
is
paid
something.
version, pay as you can.
You don't know really
for
a
diving
person
more in the words
until
that I
you
present
have
to you.
lived
So
more
with
than
that,
5
I'm
minutes,
going
by the
to
way.
stop sharing my screen
to live with this person
hours and hours
during the
and
month and the month.
illuminating someone.
Yet
so
at the same time, the thing,
day, so
the aspects that I really
before,
like
I was
when I connect with
illuminating
is
Crystal
her
that I will show right now because I was not showing
the
her
fact
profile
that she is really
beforehand.
empathic,
And at the same
so
time,
here
she
is
very
very
creative
on
in
English,
very,
very
and then the one that I would
helicopter,
like to
illuminate
in
French, you say
is
helicopter.
for this
That's
day,
why
the
it's
6th
not
of
easy
June,
for
has a lot of
English-speaking
looks
people to know
and a
if
lot
there
of
is an age or
outfits
before.
and that is an amazing person.
So
an
that's
amazing
it
human,
for
amazing soul for
the
me.
word,
And
and so I would like to.
I think I
know
illuminate
her
for
even
the
less than
6th
Crystal.
of June.
Knowing
Knowing
is
paid
something.
version. So as always, the ChLogOlate will be
until
that I
you
present
have
to you.
lived
So
your
more than
brain,
that, I'm
by
going
the way,
to stop
someone
sharing my
has to
screen,
live with this person, telling a
hours
story,
and hours
and
doing
then
the
the month
and
and the month.
illuminating
So
someone.
at the same time, I was telling already
so
the event
the
that I'm
aspect
going that I really
before,
like at the end
I was
when I connect with
and I will end
it
it
in 7 minutes by the way,
her,
because
I will show right now because I was not showing
the
her
fact that
profile
she is
past
really
beforehand.
empathic my time, so
And at the same time,
here
she
is
is
very
so
creative
on
English,
story,
very,
and then the one that I would like
share my
to
screen.
illuminate
In French, you say helicopter.
is
That's why it's not easy for English-speaking people to know
and a
if
lot
there
of
is an age or
outfits.
Okay. So the story. This time, I would like to tell a story that is my weirdo self. Let's say my weirdo self. Was a time, and still now I have some fragments of it. I have to delete even today or few days ago, so it's not like it's not a checkbox. I'm still having my weirdo moments or my Ollie, where were you? So this story is happening after my mom transition when I was living with my dad, and he was going away for a couple of hours. I was on my own in my own apartment during the morning, and he made some coffee. You know, he made some coffee for him and for me also, if I want to take. But then I was willing to drink another cup of coffee, and the coffee was in the thermos, you know, thermo in French, thermos in English. And but I was pouring coffee out of the thermo, and the coffee was cold. Guess what the Ollie of 13 years old did? I will let you reflect. How do Ollie will have he heated the coffee? So no, he didn't pour the coffee out to the jar where the coffee was percolating. He was thinking, let's heat the coffee with the electric supply. You know, the things that you put your pan, you put your stuff to it. the Oli of that time wasn't aware that it was not the proper way to heat the coffee, because the thermo, it was plastic. So Oli at that time was putting the thermo on the electric tack, and for heating the coffee. So what happened? The plastic was melting, there was smoke, and as soon as Oli realized he was going to take the thermo out, ouch! Did I made a mistake? Yes, but the fond was melted, and so the thermo was when the Oli was taking the thermo, all the things dropped in the ground, and there was so much smoke that the neighbors were aware about the smoke and called the police. So that was the story of the weirdo, the weirdo Oli, weird Oli, that happened quite a long time ago, probably 33, 34 years ago, I think. 34 years ago. So that was my story. So right now we have now 3 minutes until the end of this session. I don't see any comments on LinkedIn. Let me check, because I don't see any comment in Restream, but sometimes there are comments in LinkedIn that I don't see in Restream. Hopefully that you can hear me. And anyway, that will be me speaking like a fish without expressing any sound. But normally it is loud and clear, and I don't see any comments right now. I'm just checking right now on LinkedIn. And I don't see any comments, but it's there. So welcome the replay team anyway for watching. And anyway, as I told during my audio sessions, it's always the case that I do it. If there is no one, I'm doing it anyway. And that's how I build an amazing community, because I was not aware that people can join. I see the light, I enter. They have not specially to be registered. So welcome to the replay team. And so now the last part before I close this is the event. So Saturday, which is tomorrow, but it's today my time, but it's tomorrow for US time and even for UK time. So Saturday, 11 a.m. EST, which is 5 p.m. European time, CET, which is 4 p.m. BST, British time. So 11 a.m. EST, which is 8 p.m. PST. You are welcome to the social mental health session with Damien. We will talk about art and about his creations and how art could help to improve mental health. That's really important. And for the last minute, I'm going to share one of my pieces. It's not from me. No. I will share it to you this later. This one, I will share it to you tomorrow. This is, and I will post the picture anyway because it's not really visible, but you see this bird going outside of what seems like a cage. This was my message, and this was an art from an artist that were having an exhibition for a few days and then showed all his art on the wall. And I was attracted first by this, seeing this bird out of the cage. And I was thinking, for all the art that I see from him, this is the one that I would like to buy. And what resonated with me is that the date, which is in French, vendredi 29 mars, Friday 29 of March. And by the way, it was on 2019. And 29 of March is my father's birthday. So he is my dad, my father. And 29 of March is his birthday. And it was in 2019 his 70th birthday. And it was a critical date for me also for personal reasons. I will not go forward because I don't have time with that. But this was the art that I was taking. And I was thinking, oh, my angels are there, because I was not even aware about the date. You were making some pieces on the 27th, on the 30th, on the 1st April, etc. So, and this was exactly me going out of the cage at that time, 5 years and a few months ago. So now I'm going to celebrate my birthday in less than 14 days. I have other challenges to pass through. Not easy, but I'm here. And I'm glad to do my best to embrace my challenges, even if it's quite painful. Ouch. I will tell you more, but from now I'm saying to you thank you, and I'm going to close the session. So see you tomorrow, probably same time or earlier, for the 7th and the 8th of June, which will be the end of the wrap-up, because after, on Sunday, I will start this special ChLogOlate at, let's say, 7 a.m. Not 5 a.m. my time, but 7 a.m. And if you are there, you are there. If you are part of the replay team, you are part of the replay team. Thank you so much. And glad that it's helpful for you, to you. I don't know if there are many of you that will watch it like that, but bear with me. After the 9th of June, the ChLogOlate will be more like in the 8 or 12 minute format. It will be really shorter. But this was the wrap-up because it was 2 times 24 minutes, and I realized that it's quite heavy, but this is for the wrap-up. So thank you again. So acknowledging for today Jen Lin, and the day before it was Crystal. So thank you so much, and keep shining, everyone.